Your Grace, Most Reverend John Barua, Archbishop of Cuttack Bhubaneswar, Your Lordships, Most Reverend Telas for Bilung, Bishop of Jamshedpur, Most Reverend Kishore Kumar Kuzur, Bishop of Rourkela, my fellow brother provincials, confreres, near and dear ones, sisters, on behalf of the sub-zone provincials and regionals, I express my heartfelt condolences also from the members of our respective provinces and region to all the INE confreres and the administration. We do understand the feelings that you are going through, and especially the difficult times for the last 3 or 4 days. The outstanding feelings that remains with me are two. First of all, I am in a shock and disbelief, and secondly, disappointment and anger. Shock and disbelief because everything happened so soon. Still, it has not sunk into us that our friend Father Petrus is no more with us. Disappointment, anger, because anger towards the Lord Himself. Why this should happen? Why for this person? And why at this time? None of us have answers, and this leaves us with anger and questions. We are left with no answers, but we need to accept. My association with Father Petrus goes back to 1982, 40 years from Palda. We are classmates. 2 of my classmates are here. Father Ambrose Beck, the Sebastian is here, and I hear Bishop Kujur also is classmate here in this minor seminary. The traits that endeared everyone to him now were there naturally in him all through. He was simple, amiable, pleasant, down to earth, committed, faithful, and dedicated. There will be joy and happiness in his presence. We could laugh with him, laugh at him. He was a sportsman. He was also sportive in life. He had an infectious smile that made everyone to feel at home in his presence. Never shied away from responsibilities. He had an uncanny knack of carrying everyone with him. Young and old, simple minds, intellectual minds will gel with him. These were some of the great leadership qualities that he endeared to the province. In the mission stations that he worked or built, he had creative ways to achieve results. His presence will never be intimidating to anyone, be it students or juniors. His commitment was the external expression of his inner faith and conviction that he was called by the Lord to accomplish a mission that is unique. He was serious and equally fun-loving. During these last 2 years, in a very special way, at times he will call me because we were sharing similar responsibilities and discuss seriously something with me. And at the end, he invariably asked me to share a joke with him or send some jokes with him to him. I did oblige many times. We are all going to miss him. This demise not only a loss to INE, but also to India's subzone. I am sure the good Lord who called him to the Society of the Divine Word 35 years ago and anointed him 30 years ago as a priest will have welcomed him with open arms and bear hug, saying, "You have faithfully run the race, and now come and enjoy the bliss of my presence." God the Father would have said, You are my well-beloved son. I am very well pleased with you. Today is the day, Petrus, you will be laid to rest. But you know what they say? God only takes the best. Everything happens for a reason, even if we may not agree. Just promise to look after us, and if you can, save a spot up there for us. The thought of never seeing you again brings tears to our eyes, but even more so because all of this was such a surprise and sudden. But we should never question what God has planned. Sometimes it is not meant for us to understand. So as we sit here and mourn the loss of a beloved friend, we have to keep telling ourselves that we will meet again. Bye, Petrus. May you enjoy the bliss of being in the presence of God. Once again, on behalf of all the provincials and regional present here, and on behalf of all the members of our India subzone respective provinces, I express my deepest condolences to the members of the administration of INE and to the members of the province and to the near and dear ones. May God give him eternal life.